My body now feels safe and it trusts me to make the right decisions. And I trust my body that it will tell me what it needs to know. It's the best investment I have ever made in myself, and I've ever made in my life, probably. I'm so happy I've done it.
Oh,
Honestly, you've literally changed my life.
oh, thank
Um,
you.
and I don't say that lightly, because you really have. I'm a completely different. I've got me back. I've got who I used to be back before 2 marriages.
Welcome in, everyone. I am Sammy Chessa, and we are here today with a dear client of mine, Lisa. Lisa actually is from the UK, and she's been with us for almost the entirety of the program. She still has some time left, but she is almost there. And I am so happy to have her here with us today. She really holds a spot near and dear in my heart, and she has inspired me so much as we have been holding space for her and guiding her through this journey. Thank you for being here, Lisa.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, would you like to tell us just a little bit about where you were before we started working together?
Yeah, I think lost is probably the biggest word I could use for how I was feeling. I think I'd gone through every type of therapy going, because I knew I was in a spot where, because I'd been suffering from it for so long, I didn't really, I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. I had information coming from all directions. I needed something where, one, I could be held accountable for it, and two, I could have a routine and a kind of a planned program to focus on, so that my mind was not trying to be pulled in more directions than what it was already being pulled in. Um, so yeah, I was in quite a low place when I first started this. Um, I think many years of suppressing um, fear, pushing down who I really was, people pleasing, fawning, um, trying to fight just to stay alive at one point, because of a stroke. Um, and I had brain surgery after that too. And that's a huge trauma and a huge grief, because I lost some parts of the use of my body with it. I'm very lucky to be alive, and I'll never ever not be grateful for that. But it's still a struggle, and it's still a loss I needed to grieve. And I think at the time, I didn't think I felt guilty for grieving what I'd lost, because all I wanted to do is be positive and be grateful that I was still alive. Um, and I had a lot more than what some people had. I didn't end up in a wheelchair, although I thought I was going to. I learned how to walk and talk again. But all of that got kind of pushed down, really. One, because I felt, why was I so lucky? What's so special about me that I got to live and then other special people didn't? Like, I had guilt there as well for being a survivor. Guilt for having, even though I worked hard, I know I worked hard to get what I have back. Um, and I had 2 years of rehab to help do that. Um, but it's so hard to it's so hard to accept that it's okay to feel a bit sorry for yourself in those traumas, as well as feel grateful. Because you feel, if you go one way, you're not being grateful. If you go the other way, then you're kind of not helping yourself. So
Totally.
it's a bit of a, you're kind of caught in the middle of a lot of emotions at that point in time.
Mhm.
Um, so I had that. I had a very toxic marriage on top of that. It became more apparent how toxic it was as time went on after the stroke. Um, and I was subject to quite a lot of cruelty while I was just trying to survive. like physically, not mentally, but physically survive what had happened to me. Um, and I think now I've finished the course, or I'm near finishing the course, I realise how badly mistreated I was. But it's taken me to do nearly the whole course to get to this point of actually realising that, and my body recognising that too, which I feel is really important. My body now my body now feels safe, and it trusts me to make the right decisions, and I trust my body that it will tell me what it needs to know. So yeah, I was in a
Yeah.
pretty bad way.
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, just a lot of like physical trauma, emotional
Yeah,
trauma,
yeah,
and kind of feeling very like disoriented and lost as to what to do to really help
yeah,
yourself because there's just so much out there. You had tried absolutely everything
and
and nothing was really landing or working. I remember you stating that to me on our first call of just like, I have done it all. Like, there's not one thing that I haven't tried, and feeling very just helpless, but at the
yeah,
same time, so ready. Like,
yeah,
just you're like, I'm helpless. I don't know what to do, but I know I need to change. Like, I can't continue living like this. And that to me was always just, yeah, I think that's the biggest inspirational piece that you carry is just that drive and determination and willingness to like do what needs to be done because you know deep down that it's meant to be better, right?
yeah, definitely. It's always meant to be better.
Yeah. So what really made you decide to invest in this program? Like, do you think there was a kind of a moment or a feeling or what kind of really just, yeah, ticked all the boxes off for you?
it it was my intuition, literally, and I didn't really know how much I had again until I started listening to it, which I've learnt to do during this course. um but I followed a lot of different people on Instagram, and I looked at a lot of different aspects, and I felt a connection with you, Sammy, which is that connection made me watch more of your videos, and that connection made me one day just say, this is the person. This is the person I need to go to. She's going to help me. She's going to
I have
change my
chills. I
life.
have chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, sorry, I nearly cried then.
Me
Yeah,
too. Me
because
too.
I just knew you were the person I needed. And I don't know how I know that. I just did. I just knew it.
That's so
And because
beautiful.
you were also talking about, um, like you were talking quite scientifically as well as spiritually, and I quite like both sides of that coin. I like the spiritual side and I like the scientific side too. I think they work really well together, especially in this type of situation with my trauma, and self-healing. My nervous system has been in fight or flight for so long now. I can't even remember what it, well, I can now, but I couldn't remember what it was like to feel normal, to not jump when a dog barked or someone dropped something and nearly jump out my skin. To be afraid of my own body after something so traumatic happened to it. And I think because it was that kind of, I could see a way of being able to do this. It wasn't just talking and just chatting. It was an actual, a physical thing that I needed to do with my body. I
Mhm.
understood I needed to make my body feel safe, and that is what you were offering, with the course, and with that connection I felt with you. I was just like, I need to do this. And I'll admit, I was scared at first,
Oh yeah,
you
there was
know,
some skepticism.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I was
remember the
scared.
message that you that you sent me like shortly after, I think it
Yeah.
was hours after you had invested and you're just like, what did I do? What did I do? And
Yeah,
I'm like, Lisa, you know what? Those are those old patterns creeping in
they
and
are.
this is the moment we're breaking through those and totally normal to feel that fear when
Yeah,
you're making that change, right?
yeah, absolutely. And I think when I think about like especially now I think about it, now I've got a bit more knowledge. Um, I think that they were most definitely patterns. I wasn't allowed, I kept getting told no when I wanted to spend money before. And now I'm on my own. I didn't have anyone to say that to, but my body reacted really quite strongly that I didn't expect. It tried to resist it, even though I knew it was the right thing to do. And I trusted myself and I trusted you. And within a week, that was gone. It was completely gone because I could see things shifting already within the week. And I was like, I did the right thing. And then I
So
haven't
good.
ever since. I've not even thought about it. It's the best investment I have ever made in myself, and I've ever made in my life, probably. I'm so happy I've done it.
Oh, Lisa, I am so,
Mm.
so proud of you. I
Thank
I
you.
would love for you to share with everyone, did you have like a breakthrough moment, or has it just kind of been just like gradual changes that have really, you know,
I think
um, changed your daily life?
Mm, I think you expect it to be like fireworks, like all of a sudden, like everything just happens. And that's what I expected. And it didn't happen like that. I kept getting consistent breakthroughs and consistent changes, and I noticed I was more balanced, more happy. I could make more rational decisions. I wasn't reacting the same way that I would have been previously. I was thinking about it before I actually reacted, which allowed my body to then sort of sit with it and actually not freak out about everything like it would normally do. And I think that slow, nice, consistent win as we've been going along has been it just keeps building. It hasn't stopped. It keeps going. It's still going now. Every couple of days I'm thinking, oh, that's changed now as well. So it's not even like it just happens and then it's over. It's like consistently evolving. And
Totally.
because I'm evolving with that, new things are evolving within me as well. And so I'm not just in the present anymore. I'm out of my past. I'm in my present, but I'm also now starting to look forward to my future and what direction I can move in on my next part of my journey.
Oh,
And
chills,
yeah,
chills.
and I'm so glad for that. I really am.
Yeah, like so many seeds planted, right?
Yeah,
So many
yeah,
seeds planted that are starting to sprout. Some have sprouted more.
yeah,
You're starting to see some of them flower. Other ones are going to flower like later on, but definitely you can really
yeah,
see that work that you've really put in, right?
yeah, yeah.
Have you, you wouldn't have perceived it, but have the people around you perceived
Yes, they
changes in
have.
you? Yeah. What do they
Yeah.
say?
My family have noticed the change in me. Just that I'm back to like a bit more of my like relaxed, happy self. And my sister said to me only a few days ago, I've got my old sister back. I've not seen her for a
Oh, you're
very
gonna
long
make me
time.
cry. That
Yeah,
is so
I know.
sweet.
I
That is
know.
so sweet.
And we are very close. She's only 2 years younger than me. And my other sister's 11 years younger than me. And even she's noticed the change. But the person I'm probably closest to, like more connected to, is my sister.
Yeah,
That's in the middle because we grew up together. So she's seen so much of me as I've
of
been growing up as
course.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and she's also been in a kind of relationship herself, where she's been treated, although hers wasn't as long as mine. She's been inspired by me to make the
Oh,
same decision of separating from her partner because it's damaging her. And she said that she couldn't have done that if she didn't see what I kind of gave her the kind of
the
nudge to do
motivation.
that. Yeah, and the
Yeah,
motivation to do that. She said, oh, you had so much courage doing that. She said that I felt as though that was something I was ready, and I saw you do it and I thought I can do that too. And I really hope that this anyone thinking about investing in this course, I can inspire them to do the same thing because I value my worth so much now. I always thought it was a bit arrogant and selfish to think of yourself. Um, Again, that's probably a pattern from my childhood, that
Absolutely.
maybe the words were not quite the right, put the right
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But I'm not a selfish person in any way. I'll share anything with anyone. And I love helping people. It's part of my job, it's part of who I am. And I don't feel selfish for looking after myself at all, because the better I am, the better I can help other people.
Oh, I got chills
Yeah.
again, this whole combo. Shivers, shivers all up my body. I mean, that kind of leads me into what I really wanted to ask you next, which was basically like, what would you tell someone who's maybe on the fence about working with me and doing this, really stepping into the sacred rebirth?
Yeah, I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, if you're, if this is the direction you want to go with helping yourself, then do it, because it will be the best decision you've ever made in your life. And you'll realize your own self-worth and your own value and your own capability of doing so much more than what you actually think you can do. Um, the trouble is, people's words, people cast spellings with their words, don't they? They always say spelling is like what you say comes back.
Yep, yep.
And I think a lot of people say so many things to you, and they don't mean to hurt you necessarily, or they don't mean for certain things to happen, but they're perceived by you, uniquely you, in whatever way you see it. And you develop into that person, which is not actually truly you. It's somebody else's vision of you and their words. And if you really want to find yourself and calm everything down in your body and be back in balance and actually enjoy your life and not just surviving, then honestly, take the leap of faith. It'll take you far. I cannot recommend it enough.
Lisa, I am so excited to just continue to witness you blossom and grow. And I hope that we can always keep touch and, um, yeah, just really see where all of these little seeds that have been planted, where they truly go.
Yeah,
I'm so
I've got so
excited.
many plans.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. And it's been an honor to hold space for you. You
Thank you.
are, one of those ideal clients who does what needs to be done. There's a system, there's a plan. This is what you do, and you did it. You did it without a doubt in your mind. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to you. And thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story. And I really hope that what you've shared today can inspire many. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sammy.